YouTube, what's up, what's up, what's up? All right, guys. Said I was going to do a quick video on what I used for the shocks on the DBXL. A quick video on the plugs that I got. So first, let me start off with some shout outs. A shout out to some guy over 40 for turning me on to the spark plug that I'm about to talk about. I saw some before and after running videos with his DBXL, and the difference was pretty nice. It's what convinced me to go ahead and try it out myself. And I couldn't get the name right in the last video, so don't tell me I forgot it again, man. You gotta be kidding me. RC 5th Scale Insanity is doing a giveaway on the 5T that he's building. He's building it with some donated parts from Gel, and damn it, man, there was some other guy that donated some stuff as well. Can't remember his name. I got terrible memory, man. But yeah. But yeah, he's building it. He's doing the giveaway. Check out his channel. 5th Scale. RC 5th Scale Insanity. RC 5th Scale Insanity. Check out his YouTube page. He does have a video explaining how to enter for the giveaway. I'm not doing it because I already got my 5th scales and I'm going to get my own stuff. I can afford it. So let's give someone a chance who wants to get into the hobby that can't afford it, or someone that's already in it but is falling on some hard times, can't get a new one, whatever. Let that person join up. They'll appreciate it a lot more than someone like me who already has it. I can't afford it. And just, it's a real noble thing that he's doing. So, you know, let's give some others a chance that would love to get into the hobby or would love to get into 5th scale. So again, that is RC 5th Scale Insanity. Check out his YouTube. He's got a video on how to enter. And sorry about that, guys. I love Diet Coke. And go from there. Now, let's start off with the DBXL shock. This is a shock. This is a replacement that I got from Dollar Hobbies. It came 2 in the pack, and it was, I want to say, $80 for both shocks, which I think was an amazing deal. I might be mistaken on the price. It might be cheaper, to be honest, but I want to say 80 for now. Now, the thing is, this is a stock shock. It's got the stock fluid in there, stock spring, and of course there's no car on it, so it rebounds pretty nice, but it's a pretty soft shock, as you can see. With it on the car, the stock shocks, or the stock fluid that was in there, it would bottom out quite a bit, and then it wouldn't rebound back on time. Or it just wouldn't rebound at all. It would keep the back end sagging, especially, quite a bit. So what I did was I removed all 4 shocks, opened them up, drained out the fluid, cleaned out everything on the inside as best I could. Let it drain out for a while, cleaned everything out inside as best I could, and then I put 100K diff fluid in all 4 shocks. Now, it still does its thing as a shock, but it is a lot harder to do this with it, with one hand, to compress it. Whoa. Yeah, well, you catch what I'm trying to say. It's a lot harder to compress, but again, there's still the rebound issue. It just won't come up. So I went ahead and ordered the 20% stiffer springs for the shocks. They should be coming in sometime towards the end of this week, beginning of next. So once those come in and once this gets better, I'll go ahead and install those and give an update on how they're performing. I got to do running videos of my cars, man. I don't have any running videos. Um, I've got the Baja, I've got the DBXL with the new pipe on there, the new Bartolone, and I haven't run it since I put the new pipe on because a couple of days after this happened, and to be honest, it still hurts like hell, but it is getting better. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. So yeah, that's what I did with the shocks. 100K diff fluid. It took care of the bottoming out issue. Now the 20% stiffer springs should take care of the rebound issue. So that's that. Now let's move on to the plugs. This is the stock NGK plug that came in my Baja. It's in extremely good shape for being a little over 3 years old. Has literally zero carbon buildup, zero oil buildup. It's all due to how you tune your engines. Even though I'm pretty new to fifth scale, as the vehicles are concerned, I'm not really new to tuning engines. Tuning a two-stroke gas is a lot easier than tuning a nitro. I'm a bit old school with my tuning. I go by sound and sight and smell. And that's how I tune, man. I don't use a heat gun or I'm sorry, a temperature gun or anything like that. I just, if it sounds right, if it smells right, if it looks right, then it's right. My nitros, when I had them, I used to tend to run them a little on the rich side. Unless I was going to race somebody, then I'd lean it out, for the race. Same thing with the fifth scale gas, Again, I tune by sight, sound, and smell. And, you can smell when something's running too rich. You could smell when something's running too lean. It actually smells like metal. I can't explain it. It's like a burnt metal smell. But anyway, so yeah, I've had a good tune on this plug. It fared very well. I mean, it's still a good plug. It's still good to go. If I ever need a replacement, I just go back to this and I'll install it. Now, here is the plug that I was turned on to by some guy over 40. He mentioned the E3.24 plug. I saw his before and after running videos on YouTube, and to me it was a huge difference. So I said, you know what, let me try this out. So I went on their website because I couldn't find it at anywhere. I went to auto parts stores, I went to Home Depot, and they do carry E3 plugs. They just didn't carry this particular one. Everything had to be ordered. I said, well, if I got to order it, I might as well go directly to the website and order it myself. So this is it right here. E3.24. It's kind of hard to see with the light source in it. There you go. E3.24. Now the major difference is the electrode. It's kind of like a hexagonal shape. It's got the proper gapping, shaped kind of like a hexagon, and what it does is that spark jumps all over that hexagon shape. Sometimes you'll get two sparks splitting off, so it gives you a more complete burn. It gets you up higher in the RPM range. I noticed it in my Baja. Low end wasn't affected at all. Mid range was, you could start seeing it as the engine got up there. From mid to high is where you see the difference, man. If you're already in the mid range and you gun it, it gets up there quick, and it revs a lot higher than with the stock NGK plug. So I noticed that, and I started saying to myself, okay. I started seeing some YouTube videos, and I saw how high-powered ignition systems go from creating a spark to like a plasma around this thing. So I said, wow, do they have any high-powered ignition systems for, these two-stroke engines? And well, they do. Let me see here. I can't remember the name. I have it on my phone. Red 2, or Red Race 2, has a very nice high-powered ignition system. It's on DDM. It's $270. A little pricey, yeah, but you know what? I'm going to try it out. It's not something I'm going to get right now. I got to get back on track because I've been missing work due to this. But let me see if I can show it to you guys. That's it right there. It's got a high-powered, high-voltage ignition coil, smaller fan. It's a 2 or 3 piece design, I believe. Comes, of course, with the wire and boot. So here's what's included with it. Yeah, it's a 3-part flywheel. So 3-part CNC machine flywheel. Stainless steel nut to hold it in. Turbo air duct, front and rear. High voltage ignition coil bracket, stainless steel screw set. So I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, high voltage should create a nice plasma around here, which again should increase the rate of burn of the fuel, and it should increase the RPMs a little bit. So, you know, I'm trying to squeeze as much as I possibly can out of the stock 23cc engines that come in these machines before I decide to go ahead and get, you know, something from Detroit Performance or OBR or what's that other engine I was looking at? Hold on, there was another one here, Micro, BZM Micro engines. Yeah, I've heard some good things about those too. You know, they're out of Europe. So before I decide on anything like that, you know, I want to see how much I can squeeze out of these little 23ccs. So far, you know, even though some people say, the SS pipe sucks for the Baja, it's a big improvement over the can, which I have sitting over there. You know, the can filter, huge improvement. You know, I've got the K&N filter on there now. I don't really do too much in the dirt with the Baja. It's mainly grass and pavement. And I've noticed a huge difference with everything that I've done as a whole. You know, the K&N filter, the SS pipe, spark plug, retuning, you know, with all these new things on there. It's not a wheelier. I don't like popping wheelies anyway. But, man, she goes. It's a little hairy to control at times. And, yeah. So I got the Bartolone pipe on now in the DBXL. I ordered the Turtle Racing 5T aluminum intake for it with another K&N filter. That I'm going to have to get outerwears for because the DBXL does see some dirt every now and then and fine sand. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get the whole outerwear kit for that thing, for the engine, for the pull start assembly, for the crankcase, well, intake, crankcase, pull start, and get the whole thing for that one. And I want to see how it runs with all that stuff, plus the E3.24 plug. My only concern is right now is that it's nickel plated, so I want to see how that nickel plating does. I've run my Baja with this plug quite a few times already. It's still running good, but I do want to take out the plug to see how that nickel plating is faring up. I know it's not going to be shiny. What I don't want is for it to be peeling off or anything like that and possibly getting into the engine and causing some damage. So that's something I'm going to be doing soon, taking that off and see what's going on. Make sure that nickel plating's not coming off. But, yep, that's it. You know, I got a few more goodies coming in for the DBXL. I'm sorry I'm not like other guys that, I do the whole unboxing. You know, they do the whole unboxing thing and read off part numbers and whatnot. It's just, I don't know how these guys do it with one hand, and I just can't do it. I don't have a stand. I don't really use my phone for the videos because the camera's broken on it. I use my tablet. That's a bit too big to be doing things one-handed. You know, right now I got it leaning up against something so I could do this video, but yep, I'll update you guys on those goodies when they come in, besides the 5T intake. And until next time, man, big ups to the RC fifth scale community. Fifth scales for life, baby. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.